HD1, Severi's Orlando. XL.
1067. Wake up Orlando, the sun is on fire. Johnny's house blazing, we taking it higher. Hall of Fame legend Johnny Magic's flow. On XL 1067, running the whole show. Brian bringing jokes like a stand-up ninja. Punchline so sharp they cut when they hit ya. Ray got no filter, she might just explode. What will she say next? Nobody knows. Theories on the socials, the queen of the clicks. Spinning reels like a DJ turning those tricks. Johnny drives the train, we almost off the tracks. Orlando is ours, yeah, we taking it back. XL's the fire, Johnny's house is the spark. We the voice of the city, we light up the dark. On your drive while you hustle, while you break and you grind. It's Orlando's number one, always on top. This is Johnny's house, feel that energy rise. The number one morning show, lighting up the skies. Turn the volume up, put your hands to the beat. Orlando's life pulse right on your street.
What is up? It is Wednesday morning, 6 o'clock, and you are listening to Johnny's House. It's going to be hot today like it was yesterday. It was really hot yesterday.
Yeah.
Like the car said over 100, which is crazy. Mostly sunny and hot, high of 92.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
I don't know how this is going to work, but a whack-a-mole movie is in the works.
Man.
Okay.
So Mattel has found a new property it can basically suck some more money out of. They've been doing this obviously with Barbie and all these other toys. Well, whack-a-mole is the next one.
Okay.
There's no word on the plot yet, but it's happening. So in a press release, they said,
I'm sure a mole's going to get whacked somewhere, you know?
It's got to be an animated type, like for kids type thing. I can't imagine there being anything else.
Yeah, so it said in the press release, it said Whack-A-Mole is more than a game. It's a laugh-out-loud battle of reflexes that has brought a joy and a little chaos to families for 5 decades. So they're beyond excited to turn the iconic experience into wild, action-packed ride for the big screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. That's all we got.
They should do Hungry Hungry Hippos. That'd be a good one.
That would
really
be a good
would.
one.
Hungry Hungry Hippos would be better than Whack-A-Mole.
Yeah, so obviously they're just feeding off of because they did a Matchbox one too.
Yeah.
I think that was, I don't know how well that one did.
They did a Monopoly one.
They did.
Did they do a Game of Life one? I think they did a Game of Life one too.
I don't know. I feel like there's so many life movies.
Mousetrap. I mean, there's so many games you could do.
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd pick Whack-A-Mole. There's not much of a plot line there.
Right?
Yeah, it's so strange. I'm trying to picture it in my head, but I don't know if I'm just not that creative. I'm like, how is this going to work?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So Paris Hilton, she's got a hack for you. You love pizza, and actually we all love pizza
I do
in
love
this room.
one of my favorite things in the world.
But do you take off the grease if it's too greasy?
Nah, bro.
I've never had to. I've seen people that do.
Yes.
I do not.
So my mom used to always take a napkin and pat it off and take the grease off that way. But Paris Hilton says that she's got a hack for you. She likes to take her slice and slap it cheese side down. You know, like when you flip it over on the outside and on the cardboard of the box, and you just kind of press it into the box and then repeat it over and over again.
That's just a waste of good flavor.
No, you shouldn't do that. That destroys your pizza. Plus the cheese could come off. Like it's built structurally for you to eat it and enjoy it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that are kind of coming after Paris Hilton because they're like, A, that box might not be clean.
True.
The box from the pizza place, you don't know how many people have touched it or how it got there.
Well, when they fold them up, they make the boxes. They don't use gloves or anything. So you're right. Okay.
So, so that's what she was saying about if you need a little life hack from Paris Hilton, you just press the cheese into the box, the top of the box.
So I eat my pizza weird. Like I eat crust first. So
that is so strange.
I rip the crust off and then I actually dip the crust into the grease. I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
And then I eat the rest of it.
That's actually brilliant.
I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy. Because everything I eat, my goal, I know I'm weird, is to get the best bite to be the last bite, right? So I want to leave with the best bite being the last bite. Crust can't possibly be the best part.
Yeah,
Bro, your method is genius.
I can see you murdering somebody if they try to take your last bite.
Yeah, and it's because I saved we play this stupid game around here. We don't do it anymore, where you were allowed to smack food out of people's hand. All you had to do was give them a little karate warning. Whoa! And if you did that, fair game.
Okay.
And I eat my best bite last. So I used to have to vigilantly fight to hold on to my last bite around here.
Yeah, I remember that noise. Whoa! And then you would have to hide your food or whatever was in your hand.
And that was an old stupid game we played here.
I'm so glad that ended. Selena Gomez has teamed up with Oreo. She's the next one to have a limited edition Oreo on the way. And so the cookies that she's got is, say if I'm wrong, Nerys, horchata. It's a Mexican a beverage.
Yes, it's like rum chata, it's like a milky, like rum cinnamon
Okay,
type drink.
and that's basically what they're describing it as. It's the cookies are chocolate cinnamon flavored with 2 layers of cream.
Wow.
One layer is chocolate cinnamon, and then the other has a sweetened condensed milk flavor with like a cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, so
That
like
sounds so good.
they do the cinnamon toast crunch shot. It's that mixed with Fireball.
Or chata.
Wow.
Why have I never heard of that?
Well, they call it rum chata, the brand. But
Gotcha. So this is Selena's signature cookie that is coming out. I think it comes out like later on this or next month, June. It comes out. So
All right. Yeah, she came out with an espresso drink, last Christmas?
Mhm.
Yeah, so.
I would eat that. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it
Or
sounds-
chata.
All right. With 6:05 Wednesday morning in Johnny's house, we'll come back in just a little bit and find out what we've been up to and go from there.
Yeah.
Obviously, show a little bit different today. I heard you guys did very good yesterday.
Oh, thank
Yes, we had so
you.
much fun.
I didn't hear it. I just heard you did very good. I'm like, well, I'll stay home again. I'd hate to mess up your vibe.
Oh, stop it.
So.
No. I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Direct from Hollywood with Ryan Seacrest.
Teddy Swim's life-altering single Lose Control was written about a very real relationship that knocked his entire existence out of alignment. And the truth and vulnerability behind those lyrics and that melody clearly resonated with fans more than any song ever by at least one metric, because it's just put Teddy into the history books. Lose Control has now tied the record for the most weeks in the entire history of Billboard's Hot 100, matching Glass Animals' 91-week run with Animals. And Teddy currently sits at number 7, which makes it all but a guarantee that he'll claim the record as his own next week and only continue to extend. Because of that high ranking, Teddy also has the mark for the most weeks inside the top 10 of the Hot 100, an unparalleled 62 weeks.
That's direct from Hollywood.
During National Military Appreciation Month, we at University of Maryland Global Campus say thank you to the service members, veterans, and families who dedicate their lives to our country. We are deeply grateful. For over 75 years, UMGC has proudly served the military community, from installations overseas to the communities you call home. Wherever you serve, we stand with you. Learn more at umgc.edu/thanks. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Are you tired of watching your electric bill rise every month? Take control of your energy with Sunwave Energy. Imagine paying less every month while protecting yourself against future rate increases. Call Sunwave Energy now. 407-634-5000. That's 407-634-5000.
You can't forget this Memorial Day weekend at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy a new Nissan and get a $500 gift card. New Titans are up to $9,000 off MSRP or 0% APR through Monday at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. VIN number RN100331. MSRP 51,415 plus tax and fees with approved credit.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Hello, my name is Chris Askew. I work for this fire department for 17 years, and I'm a proud IDC customer.
Veteran firefighter Chris Askew, a repeat customer at International Diamond Center.
All my jewelry I've ever bought has been from IDC. They have it all. I've never gone there and not find what I needed to find.
One reason Chris loves IDC is that they always roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform with a 15% discount and special financing.
We don't like to have the special treatment. We don't ask for it, but deep down inside, we're not going to sit there and turn it down or say we hate it because it helps us out. It's their way of showing that they care about us. They're thinking about us. They have our backs.
International Diamond Center, proud supporter of our military and first responders.
Really means a lot to people like me, and that we go through this job every day, and any little thing that like this really does make a huge difference in our lives, and it shows that people care and that we're just not doing it for nothing.
IDC, proud to serve those who serve us. Get location, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Summer is calling, and Macy's is answering with outdoor living essentials to help you create unforgettable memories in your own backyard. Think great outdoor furniture deals like the 9-piece Bristol teakwood set, now $23.99. And even better, we'll deliver it, set it up, and whisk away all that packaging too. It's that easy to make home your favorite summer destination. But hurry in, Macy's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Savings off sale and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply. Furniture delivery fees may also apply.
Today, it will rain. Or maybe not. Let's be honest, we have no idea. XL Weather.
Measles is a highly contagious disease. For free vaccination and information, visit protectyourchildnow.net.
Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile, Orlando's #1 hit music station, XL 1067. You're listening to Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning. It is 6:19, and it's going to be hot today, high of around 92 and mostly sunny. So obviously show a little different today than it was yesterday, which is different than it is most days as well.
I know.
Yesterday was more like Johnny's studio apartment.
It was.
Today we have upgraded to Johnny's townhouse, and then when Johnny gets back, we'll be back to Johnny's house.
Love it.
Perhaps. So I was just getting back from my cruise yesterday, so I didn't even get a chance to know anything. I just saw text messages flying back and forth.
Yeah.
I took a 4-day cruise to celebrate my birthday. on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. It was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
It looked it.
And yeah, we had a blast. It was really fun. I was telling you guys, this is the most checked out of work I've been maybe ever.
Good. And I'm very happy for you.
I left everything I felt like to where everyone could figure it out and didn't have to ask any questions, not just here, but for my other stuff.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? I put my out of office on, said, you know what? I ain't got time for nothing.
Yeah.
No, you set everything up and you deserved it,
So I was
honestly.
like, I got myself a nice little break. It was a good time. But I did get back yesterday at 10 o'clock. That's when I started seeing the text messages, checking in, making sure everybody was good. And I was going to do some stuff around the house. I'm like, you know what? I got a free day. Let me do some stuff around the house. But instead, I slept all day.
Good.
Yeah, it's nice.
Usually you need that kind of like buffer day once you get back from a vacation. You need a buffer day to like do nothing.
And you used to be able to slow roll off a cruise boat. Not anymore. No, they want the first person off at 6:45.
Yes.
You're out of your room by 8, and then the boat flipped by 9.
Yes.
Yeesh. They are not playing. And since we were only going out of Tampa, it was a pretty quick trip to get back home. So it was cool. So I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for hanging in and doing my extra work for me so I could take a break.
Absolutely.
How about you yesterday, Ray? What did you do? I know you had a big graduation.
Yes, yeah. So I lived like 3 different lives yesterday, I feel like. So obviously Norris and I did the show. And then after that, I left to go to my son's graduation. And my son was terrified. He did great his VPK graduation, but his kindergarten graduation, he was terrified. It took like 20 minutes to get him like calmed down. Yeah. I don't know what it was.
Just like walk across the stage.
Yeah. And they also had to like sing. And then like there was a video that popped up that said like, my name is Leonardo. I want to be a police officer. Well, he said, I want to be a cop so I could arrest people.
I saw that.
That's what he wanted to be.
That.
Yeah. So, but he made it through the graduation. Then after that, yesterday was my day to take the twins to do whatever they wanted to do. So we went to Fantastic Depot, which is a bounce place. It's very cool. After that, we went to the Chop Chop place, aka Kobe's.
Okay.
Hey.
Then after that, we went to Jeremiah's.
Jeez, are you gonna do this whole thing again?
No. Yesterday was my day to pamper them, to spoil them, to do whatever they wanted for their kindergarten graduation. Today is their other mom's day.
Nice. Well, that's a big day. That's a full day.
I am exhausted from yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you get at Kobe's? You got the chicken shrimp?
I just split something with the kids. I can't. My daughter likes steak. My son likes chicken. So we get chicken and steak.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Got a little volcano?
No.
They didn't do the volcano with a fire?
No. What? I know. That's crazy. It's all right though. It's all right.
Nerese, how about you?
Pretty solid. Yeah. So shout out to Ray for holding it down yesterday. The show was great. I had so much fun. I said, like, I remember when Johnny had kind of mentioned the possibility of it. I was like, ooh, tea time.
Yeah. I was like, ah.
Yeah. So had fun yesterday with the show. Yes. With Ray. Got some work done around the house. I took a solid nap. And then I went to my first Fringe show yesterday. Oh my gosh. So from our sister station down the hall, Ross, he was doing like a performance. It was like an acting, skit, comedy kind of thing. Like I had so much fun watching it.
Yeah, Fringe is great.
It's fantastic. It was like back-to-back little skits. Like I think he did like 10 of them or something.
Yeah, that's what he did a show last year. And I think it was called 10 skits. And this year, I think it was 10 more skits.
Oh,
that's fun.
Wow. Yeah, it was great. I had so much fun. I'm like, why have I been living under a rock? Like this is fantastic. So
Fringe is really cool.
I'm gonna try to catch some more shows this week. But yeah, I wrapped up my night from there.
Yeah. Well, we all had to kind of chill because who knows what today is going to bring.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like yesterday I started to feel a little bad, but I knew I was just wore down. I'm like, I can't get sick too.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna be bad.
No.
So I slept it off and I'm good. So
Good.
all right, well, you guys did a great job yesterday from what
Thank
I understand.
you.
The train is still on the track, so that's a good thing.
Let's go.
Going to talk about showering. When do you shower? Some people getting up this morning and taking a shower. Some people took theirs last night. There was a debate going around online, and some people were calling some other people gross for their showering decisions.
Oh.
So I want to find out, when do you shower? Coming up on Johnny's House. Benson Boone on Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. It is Johnny's house. Going to find out when you shower. Do you do it in the morning or do you do it at nights? And does it make you gross if you don't do it first thing in the morning? It's Johnny's house on XL 1067. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. It is Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning, 6:38. It is going to be hot today. 92 is your high, but it's going to feel hotter than that. I am sure. Car you had yesterday is 100.
Yeah.
And right now it is 75. So I saw this floating around on social media. It was a big debate, and people started calling each other gross and whatnot about when you take a shower. Do you take it at night before you go to bed, or do you take it in the morning when you wake up? Now, 42% of people say they do it in the morning.
Okay.
25% said they do it at night. There was obviously some that said they do both. And then it started to get, well, this is why you're gross if you do it this time. This is why you're gross if you do it this time.
That's such a strong word to call somebody, though.
For
Like,
real.
gross. You're gross.
Like, do you know what I did all day? You're the sucio.
Yeah. So, Ray, when do you take a shower? Night or in the morning?
So I usually, the majority of the time, take showers the night before.
Night before.
Just because, like, I don't know. I like to get ready in the morning, but I just feel better doing it the night before and getting into, like, a bed that's clean and I'm clean.
Okay.
And so, like, that's how I feel.
All right. Nerese, morning or
Yes.
night?
I think it's more so at night, but like if I really know that I need to wake up the next day, like today, for example, I will shower in the morning. But if it's fresh, clean sheets, it's got to be before I get in there.
So sometimes you do it in the morning as an extra to wake up, but you still do it at night too.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I see what you're saying.
if you get up in the morning, you don't do it at night.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the other.
Okay.
Within like that 24-hour span.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So what was the answer that made people gross?
So they said if you do it in the morning and you don't shower, or if you shower at night and don't do it in the morning, you're gross.
Really?
Yes. So people that shower at night and don't shower in the morning are gross.
Why?
According to this. So I do it at night. I
Okay.
can't go to sleep unless I take a shower.
Yeah.
In fact, even if we're out late and my wife always knows, okay, you're going to take a shower before you go to bed because I can't sleep
Yeah.
unless I've taken a shower. I just cannot.
But I feel like that would make you the cleaner person because you're washing off all the gunk from the day.
Right?
That's what I say. But they say you get into sheets that even though you don't know it, have gunk in them. They got dead skin up in them
But
and
that's
everything.
my
And
gunk.
what you're doing is waddling around in it all night.
How do you know
and
how
then
much gunk I got?
Then you get science. Then you're getting up and you're going outside and bringing all your gunk that you wallowed around in all night into the world. And they say you're gross for doing that.
But that's my gunk.
Doesn't matter. You're
That's
spreading it with the world.
Okay, but when I'm out and about in the world, I'm collecting everybody else's nastiness, and then
Right.
I'm gonna
Which
get
is
into
my
bed.
argument, is why you should wash it off at night because you're washing the
Yeah.
world off of you. The
Yes.
world is on you when you're out all day.
Absolutely.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm night. I can't tell you the last time I showered in the morning because I get up.
Really?
No, because I get up so early. I mean, I'm out. I get up at 2:25 and I'm out the door by 2:35
Yeah.
to get here. So I don't have time, and I
Yeah.
don't want to wake up the house, make a bunch of noise, taking a shower because I don't live by myself.
You're trying to just get up and go.
Right. So I'm that's why I shower at night so I can get up and go.
Mhm.
Now, like if we're going somewhere at noon, I'll take a shower in the morning before we go somewhere, like on a Saturday or something.
Yeah, and it's like obviously
But-
if you've definitely collected your gunk of the day, like go take a shower. But
Yeah.
also like if you had like a casual day, like for me last night, literally all I did was just go out to a fringe show. And did I want to shower? Yeah, maybe. But I was like, I'm
Oh, so
tired.
last
I'm
night
gonna
you didn't take a
So you
shower.
didn't
I did not take a shower.
Did you
last
take a
night.
shower this morning?
Yes.
But you brought the world home with you and put it all in your
See?
sheets.
But listen,
Yeah.
the world is already gross, and so are my sheets. It's time to wash them. That's why I'm like, okay, but if I'm gonna wash my sheets this week, so I'm kind of like, all right, when it's all done and fresh, like I have to shower before I get into it.
Yeah, I'm totally got to be at night. I can't sleep if I don't. I seriously, I've tried before. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm just gonna go to bed, and then I get up after about 30 minutes and go take a shower because I realize I'm not falling asleep. And maybe it's because I'm in my head at that point. And I'm
For
like,
sure.
you're gross, dude. Go take a shower, and then I go take a shower. 'cause
I mean,
can't
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna lie. Sometimes I am sweaty at night. Like I'll wake up sweaty,
That
and
too.
and that's when, like in the morning, I'm like, I need to shower. But like the
Yes.
majority, I'm telling you, I have to just wash it off before I get into bed.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Debate going around on social media. When do you shower? At night before bed or in the morning when you wake up? 42% of people say they do it in the morning. 25% they say they do it at night. And some of y'all, they say it's gross, depending on which decision you make. Got a pair of tickets to the Orlando Science Center to hook somebody up with. You can call us now and tell us which is you. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, or you can catch us on the XL Mobile. That's 41067 and hit send on our live stream on YouTube and on Facebook as well. When do you shower, in the morning or in the night? And does it make you gross if you don't do it one or the other? We'll find out next on Johnny's House. Harry Styles on Orlando's #1 hit music station, XL 1067. You are listening to Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning, 6:53, 75 degrees right now, but it's going to get hot today, high of around 92, and it is going to feel hotter than that, which is why you should shower at night.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned,
I agree.
Debate going around on social media. When do you take a shower? At night before bed or in the morning when you wake up? 42% of people say in the morning, 25% say at night. And apparently the night people are the gross ones, according to everyone's comments, because you're walling around all in a cocoon of gunk all night.
Listen, mind your business.
In your sheets. So I want to find out from you, when do you shower, night or the morning? Anna from Orlando, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so do you take a shower at night or do you take a shower in the morning?
I shower at night, and that is one of my pickiest thing is hygiene. My baby daddy is a semi-mechanic, and he would always come to work literally after working from 12 or 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., come into bed and not shower.
No.
I would flip so bad.
Ew.
Like, that is like literally a physical attraction. Like if you don't take care of yourself, it would not work out because it's like people sweat all day. You literally release an odor off your body, and just to get into a clean bed and just no.
Yeah,
it's a little triggered.
No, I agree with you, which is why I don't understand why we're the gross ones.
Yeah.
But according to this, we're the ones who are nasty because we're willing to, lay in our own skin all night and then go out in the world.
No, because if you're literally sweating all day and doing stuff, and then you lay in your bed, you're basically making your bed more dirtier than it already.
That's what I say.
Mhm.
I agree with you, Anna. Hang on one second. Going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to check out the Orlando Science Center. Jennifer from Eatonville. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. You shower at night or do you shower in the morning time?
Oh, I have to shower both.
Both.
Yes, both. Because in the morning, I feel like if I don't shower, I'm spraying over my phone. If I don't shower at night, I feel like I'm taking everybody to bed with me who I've met during the day.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So do you find it gross if someone doesn't do both?
Yes.
Okay. So we all up in here on gross.
Only because I work in healthcare.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, I have to do both because I'm around people all day.
Yeah.
So if I sweat all night, it's a little insecure.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Okay. Hang on one second. Yeah, I can see if you're in healthcare, there's certain jobs I think you would do it both.
Yes. Like you would have to.
Because you got to wash the healthcare stuff off you. You've been around sick people all day. You got germs coming into the house. I can totally understand that.
100%.
Kelsey from Kissimmee, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
All right. Do you shower at night or you shower in the morning time?
I do both.
Both. Okay.
I have to.
Why?
In the morning. So basically in the morning, that's like your cup of joe. It wakes you up.
Okay.
Sometimes 3 times a day. I mean, even if I would work in a bubble where I don't touch anything, I have to shower. If not, I can't.
What's your water bill like?
Honestly, not more than $60.
Okay, that's not bad.
And I trained my kids as well. They do the same ever since they were little. Morning. They always shower in the morning, and as soon as they get home from school, and it's in the evening as well, too.
Okay.
Wow.
Hang on one second. Now, see, if I did my son, hey, take 3 showers a day, there would be a water shortage because that boy takes 45-minute showers.
Oh, my God.
I never know what he's doing in there, and I don't think I want to know.
No.
I don't think I want to know. They got anything over there on Facebook, right?
Yeah, so same thing. I want to know some of these water bills. Somebody showers 3 to 4 times a day, but she's a personal trainer, so I feel like she's in and out of the gym and all that stuff. At night, she's a teacher and she's around germs all day. Not only that, she can't sleep at night unless she's clean. And Jenny said that she's had this conversation with her daughter and she asks her all the time, like, why doesn't she shower at night? But there's a lot of people, they say that they shower both.
Okay.
Which is a lot. I feel like that's...
I mean, I guess it depends on what you do for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Most people say they do night versus the morning, but some people do both, and some say they do 3 to 4 a day, which is crazy. Maurice, what you got on the live stream?
Yeah, we got Wolf1 says, like to shower in the morning, especially if you sweat, but it's a good feeling fresh before you go out for the day.
Yeah, you got it. I get it, but at night you have to be clean, man. You have to be clean. All right, we'll hook somebody up randomly with tickets to check out the Orlando Science Center. Ray, what you working on in celebrity news?
Justin Bieber, he is admitting something that he did or said to his wife.
All right, in 3 minutes after Billie Eilish and Wildflower, it's Johnny's House Wednesday morning on XL 106.7.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so Justin Bieber is making a little admission on his social media yesterday, and he claims that when him and Hailey Bieber got into an argument one time, he told her that she would never be on the cover of Vogue magazine. Like, that was like one thing that he said, that they got into a huge fight. And when they did, he was so disrespectful. And in the argument, he said during the whole thing that she would never be on the cover of Vogue magazine, or she would never grace or have like a spread in Vogue. Well, of course, she's on the cover of Vogue magazine right now, and he posted it. And so he's admitting, and he's like, listen, when we got into a huge fight, I told her that she wouldn't be on the cover. And so he's now realizing that it was completely childish. He's like, I think as we mature and we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even, we're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. And I'm like, oh, that is so big. That is so big of him to say. And like,
nice.
you know, and to admit, and I bet that felt good for his wife because she was just like, you know what, I am on the cover of Vogue, and he apologized for his hurtful words and he posted the cover and he's just very proud of her.
That's cool.
And you know, like when you're in those arguments, you say like whatever cuts deep at the time.
Well, that's like my style. Like I always joke, like if you tap me, I punch you back.
Yeah.
Like so I totally get it. But then you do have to go back and apologize. And it's kind of like look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me now on the cover right here.
Yes. So he did sign it off, speaking directly to her, saying like, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover because clearly I was sadly mistaken. But in the Vogue magazine, she does talk about like her experience with pregnancy. If you want to read it, it's pretty interesting. In her childbirth, she was talking about how she was scared that she was basically going to die after being in labor for 18 hours.
That's a long time.
Yes, she was heavily bleeding. She had postpartum hemorrhage and just hours and hours of just being in labor. It's just horrible. You know, it's terrifying once you go through that.
My son was born scheduled. So my wife had a C-section for medical reasons.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to deal with she's in labor situation. So I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine 18 hours.
No. So Jack Blues obviously is a very happy baby, and Justin Bieber apologizing for saying that.
Well, that's nice of him.
This is a wild story. Sarah Silverman. Did you hear this about her brother?
I haven't heard anything in 4 days.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. So I'm going to fill you in.
Everything.
I'm going to fill you in, which I'm very happy for you. So Sarah Silverman had a brother named Jeffrey, and he died before she was born. And she just opened up to Rolling Stone about how he died. And it's pretty awful. Sarah has two sisters, and growing up, she believed that Jeffrey, her brother, suffocated in some sort of like freak accident involving the crib, but he unfortunately passed away because the grandfather killed him.
Oh my God.
Like on accident? Or
So I guess Jeffrey, her baby brother at the time, was crying all the time, and the grandfather took him and shook him. So, you know, you've heard of
the
shaken baby syndrome.
Oh my God.
And so he shook him in rage and accidentally killed him.
No.
And so Sarah Silverman is like, she just found out 3 years ago how her brother actually died.
And so, I mean, I guess it's a much bigger story than this because what happened to the grandfather? You go to jail? Like,
Yeah,
what?
for real.
So I don't know. I didn't see.
And at this point, he's probably passed on.
Yes,
So.
yeah, because her father has passed away. So
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
he's passed away. But yeah, so what she was talking about, how she is like this very hard time believing that her grandfather was like any type of good person because she thinks that her dad was abused by her grandfather. So, but I'm like, that is such a crazy story. She just found out 3 years ago.
That's wild.
I know.
That is crazy. I've heard it before, though. Like, I mean, it's a sad story, but I've heard the shaken baby.
It is very
similar
sad.
stuff before. All right, going to find out what is trending from Norris in just a few minutes. It's the weekend and Cry For Me. It's Johnny's House Wednesday morning on XL 106.7. The Weekend on Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. It is Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning. It's going to be 92 for your high today. It's going to feel hotter than that. Right now, it is at 75. Now, Reese, what is trending?
Yeah, so since we're in the middle of graduation season, I thought this was really cool to share. There is a viral TikTok video that features 5 seniors from class of 2025 who answered questions they asked themselves as 6th graders back in 2018. And this is what it sounds like.
Hey, Cannon, this is your 6th grade self. Remember me? I've got a few questions for you. Is your favorite hobby still solving a Rubik's Cube, just like me?
I thought it was so tough for being able to do that back in the day.
Is your favorite movie still The Waterboy?
My favorite movie definitely is still The Waterboy, 100%.
What life advice would you have given me as a 6th grader?
Be kind to everyone. Every time you can.
Yeah, so that got 4.9 million views so far, and it shows the students, all 5 boys, sitting down individually and reflecting on how their interests, personalities, and life perspective have changed or stayed the same over the 7 years.
It's such a smart idea.
It really is.
Yeah.
But you got to commit to it. You know what I mean?
When you got to remember to do it when they're younger. Like my son's 20 now. I would have loved to have done that when he was 8.
Yeah.
But I can't go back.
I mean, you can still kind of do it.
Ask him questions now for when he's 40.
How's life before you had kids and responsibilities? Like,
Oh, that's
owning
a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
But
question.
Ray, you can totally still do that with your kids.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
Ray, you got to get on that. Seriously.
Yeah,
but
it's so cute.
Yeah, the video with the students is revealing their college plans at the end, which I thought was really cool. But if you want to check it out, it's on Instagram at McKaylee School.
Pretty cool.
So there is a viral video of an 11-year-old girl. Her name is Brinley out of Oregon, who was playing softball. And when she went up to hit the bat, it went really, really well for her. Unfortunately, right after that swing and hit, you see these grown men yelling at her saying, I want to see her birth certificate. Now, Brinley, she stands at nearly 5 feet, 10 inches, which is definitely out of the ordinary for an 11-year-old. Like I'm 5'7", for example. But this is causing a lot of issues, especially because those grown men yelling at her were 2 opposing softball coaches. So the video is going viral right now. The mom is speaking out about it, but the story sparks broader concerns about adult behavior in youth sports. Experts now know 70% of kids quit organized sports by the age of 13, often due to adult pressure and poor conduct. So this is just one of the examples to show
The girlfriend
that,
and I get into this conversation all the time. I am telling you, my kids played 6 and under t-ball and softball last year. And there was another girl on the softball team that was she was a bigger girl.
Yeah.
She looked like she had to have been 11, but this is 6 and under.
Yeah.
And of course, people with their smart ass comments. And the father stood up and he had to have been like 7 foot. And I was like, you guys see what you did?
But my
You
son,
woke the bear.
my son played youth football, and I know one time he was probably 13, and he played against this team, and this running back was just trucking everybody.
Yeah.
And then he got in his car and drove home.
Oh,
So I know he wasn't
okay,
13.
so he was lying.
I know he had a full on
He was a liar.
mustache.
Excuse me.
But I get it, the youth sports, because like it is the parents. Holy mackerel!
It is. Like you want
I
to protect
saw-
your kid and have them have fun, but like calm down. Like the other kids are too.
I saw a grandma call a 6-year-old a p word. A p word. A
Where do you
6-year-old
take your
a
kids to
p
play?
word.
That's so funny. Well, following the incident, one coach was suspended for the season and another received 10-day suspension with probation.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, parents when it comes to sports are actually a little bit wild. So
Yeah.
but the birth certificate thing comes up in youth sports. I know
All the
because it
time.
did with us all the time. Back in the day. All right, gonna come back and find out, am I wrong? Did you do something? Did you say something? Did you act out? And you want to know if you are wrong for doing so. We are gonna hook somebody up with a pair of tickets to see Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 19th. You just gotta call us in, tell us what you did, and we will decide if you were wrong. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Am I wrong? Next on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. Wednesday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House. It is 7:27. It's going to be hot today. 92 is going to be your high, and it's going to feel like it's higher than that. Right now, it is 75. We were going to do Am I Wrong up in here, but some of y'all had some serious stories when you know you're wrong, and we can't put serious stuff up on the radio because we're just trying to have fun. So, yeah. We'll try again next week with a little less serious stuff, like the Johnny's House cruise, which is coming up.
Oh my god!
4 nights to the Bahamas. I just came off a cruise, so I'm so excited for
I bet
the Johnny's House cruise. I really am. I'm on the cruise seeing like things that are happening, going, ooh, we could do that. Ooh, we can do that. Ooh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. You were just doing some research for us.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it is on the Carnival Freedom, September 18th, setting sail from Port Canaveral. Going to have a fun day at sea. Then we're going to hit Half Moon Cay, which is an island I've been to before. It's pretty cool. And then Celebration Key, which is their new private island we have not been to before because it hasn't even opened yet, which is going to be super cool. They got swim up bars. They got water slides. They got all kinds of cool stuff that you could do on the island. And of course, we'll have the fun days at sea where we hang out. We got private parties. We do award shows. It's a lot of fun. People make friends that they've got for years. We've been doing this for, over 20 years.
People have gotten married from the cruise.
Yes.
Stop, for real?
Yeah. My friends Steve and Allison met on the cruise, and they're still married.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yeah. So, you never know what's going to happen. Now, some people, they're looking for that lifelong connection. Some people looking for a 4-day connection. You'll find that on the cruise as well.
And I feel like for you, like just getting off a boat today, we're like 4 or 5 months away from ours. It's like the perfect,
something like that.
Like,
get back on a boat tomorrow.
I'm dead.
If I could live on a cruise ship, I would.
I know you are that type of person.
Yeah, I would be a forever cruiser if I could. But it's going to be so much fun. Like I said, September 18th, and it goes through the 22nd. So it's a Thursday to Monday. Get a couple days off work. And just chill. I know you had to have the whole thing paid off by sometime in June, so there could be a chance you could still drop a deposit now, and then in the next week or so get it paid off, or just go ahead and pay it in full right now if you want. Eventually, we are going to run out of cabins. They give us a block, and we don't know how long it's going to last.
I think the suites are gone. They said, right?
Suites, yeah, the suites are definitely gone.
120 days away.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast, and if you don't get to go. For whatever reason, because you can't get on, you're going to see the pictures, you're going to see the photos. You're going to be like, I'm going next year for sure. Because you definitely don't want to miss out. So you can check out xl1067.com. Patricia is standing by to take your call and get you all set up so you can join us on the Johnny's House cruise.
Yeah, I got to call Patricia today. She's a party animal herself.
Yeah, Patricia's going to be up in the club. That's one thing about Patricia. The person that books your cabin is going to be in the club with you.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like you think of Megan Knees. Nah, Patricia Knees.
Yeah.
It's down.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. So hit it up, xl1067.com. If you can get some time off, you can come join us. It is really fun. It's kind of like a family get together. Anyone that listens to the show will have a couple hundred people hanging out, and it's going to be a really, really good time. Obviously, show a little different today. Johnny's out today, but he does love this segment. He always talks about true stories that happened to me. Yeah. He loves to hear these stories that when we hear them, we're like, what? Like, what? And we'll hook somebody up for their story. 4-pack of tickets to Monster Jam at the Kia Center, August 2nd. All you got to do is call us and tell us that true story that it sounds so crazy, but it is actually true. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. You can't really hit us on the XL mobile with the true stories because it's a lot of words, to be honest with you. We kind of need to hear the story, and we got questions. So hit us up. True stories that happened to me. Someone getting a 4-pack of tickets to check out Monster Jam at the Kia Center. Call us now and tell us your story on Johnny's House. Hosier to Sweets, Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning where it's going to be hot. 92 for your high. Right now, it feels like it's around 76, and it's going to get hotter all day long. All right, true stories that happened to me. These are stories that are so crazy that when we hear, we're like, what? But they actually happened to you. I have a kind of mini one from the cruise, but it's not really a crazy story. But we were at the formal dinner. We went to like the steak restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And there was a table next to me. And I don't know if you guys listen to the radio a lot. You've heard this guy's voice. There was a table next to me, and I kept hearing this, and I couldn't stop hearing it. You guys have heard the guy from the timeshare commercial.
Yes.
The Wesley Financial.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell. Get out. He was sitting at the table next to me.
No.
I'm not kidding. I sat there for 30 minutes just listening. Going, he's going to say something that makes me know 100% because the voice was him.
Yeah.
And he started talking about vacation stuff with the group he was with. And I swear on everything.
Did you say something to him?
No, I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to ruin his vacation. I swear that the guy who was right next to me was I'll get you out of your timeshare.
Yes.
I'm not an attorney. I don't like attorneys. I'm like, I swear. And I told my wife, I'm like, I think that's him. And she listens. She's like, I think so.
Imagine if you had a conversation with him.
I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have been the perfect person to have done it.
I would have loved it. But I'm like, you know what? He's with his friends. I don't want to interrupt what he's doing. I was just dying because I couldn't stop listening to the whole time.
Was he talking about timeshares?
Just for a brief moment, he started talking
his
about.
friends are probably like, get over it, bro.
Right. Great. We get it. You'll get us out of our timeshare. But it was so crazy because he was literally a table over for me. I'm 99.9% certain it was him. I mean, there's a chance it's just someone that sounds like him, but I'm 99.9% certain it was him. So that's my little tiny mini one for today. Gabriella, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, true stories that happened to me. What happened?
Yes, back in 2020, my father-in-law lived with us and he passed away. He had contracted with one of those companies that do the cremation for you before he passed away. And the comment became all whatever. And when it's time that his ashes are ready, the company called my husband and asked him if he wanted them to either send him via UPS or go and pick him up. And the place is here in Altamont Springs. My husband said, no, my daddy's not a package. Come on, I'll go and pick him up. And he picked him up on a Tuesday. And Wednesday, my daughter is working from home because I was back in COVID, during COVID. And there's a knock on the door. UPS guy delivered another urn full of ashes from Mr. Erickson, I think it was his name. So it was the whole thing. My husband had to get Mr. Erickson, take him back to the Altamont Springs place. And then my other daughter started picking on my youngest one, saying, Dad and Mom tell you never to let strangers into the house. And not only you left a stranger in the house, but a dead stranger.
Oh
my God. The whole thing. And when he passed away during the mass, that was part of the whole joke. That, he was so friendly, he even brought another dead body home with him.
Oh my gosh.
So it was cute. Of course, the police apologizes 200 times. We never know what happened, but it was interesting. Made that whole bad situation a little bit, funny and
that is a crazy story. Hang on one second. That was so wild.
I'd be disturbed.
You went. You think you did it because it's hard enough to pick up
Uh-huh.
the ashes and then they get delivered again, but it's somebody else.
No. Disturbing.
Now there's a ghost up in the house and everything.
No, for sure.
I mean, Rebecca, good morning.
Hi. I also want to say first-time caller, long-time listener.
Okay. Hey. I'm going to give Nerissa a second.
We're going to get there.
To get the first-time call number. So we're going to give you a number. It's first-time call number. That way, when you call in, you tell us that number, and probably we'll remember, and then we'll make a big deal of it. And
Yeah,
make
you should tell your story
some
first.
sound effects and stuff like that. But okay, we'll get your number on the back end. Tell us your true story. It happened to me.
Okay, so I went to a local community college. So when I was 18, I had to do community service for a scholarship and on campus. And they're like, all right, go down to the front and you're going to meet Aaron. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to do a blood drive. So I go down there and Aaron is not there. It's this guy. He's sitting there and I'm like, oh, you're not Aaron. He goes, oh, no. I'm Dan. I'm her husband. I'm like, oh, okay. So we just start talking. He's like the nicest guy ever. Beard, hat, like totally thought he was a student there. And he's like, all right, well, I got to go. I'm like, all right, cool. Nice talking to you. And then fast forward like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I'm doing another community service with Erin. And she's talking about her husband. And she goes, oh yeah, my husband was is in a band. And I'm like, what band? Because I grew up in the boy band era. And she said, oh, have you ever heard of the band O-Town? I'm like, whoa. Your husband is Dan from O-Town. She goes, yeah. I'm like, I was talking to Dan from O-Town. And she goes, yep, that was him. And I was like, okay, if I knew that was him, I would have like fangirled. But he had like all the pictures I've seen him, he's clean shaven. And he had a beard on. His hair was a little bit longer, had a hat on. Very, incognito, I guess, for him. But yeah, I met Dan from O-Town and never realized it.
Oh,
That's pretty
cool.
awesome. That's probably why he does the beard thing. So you won't fangirl.
Probably.
That's probably why he does it. Nerys, you got a number?
I do. It is 5090.
All right, 5090. That's your first time caller number.
Thank you.
All right, hang on one second. All right, that is the first round. True stories that happened to me. Someone going to get hooked up with Monster Jam tickets going down at the Kia Center on August 2nd. But we're going to come back in just a couple minutes and hear some more stories and hook somebody up on Johnny's house. Lola Young and Messy, XL 1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. It is Johnny's House on a Wednesday morning, 7:50, and it's going to be hot today. 92 is going to be your high. It's going to feel hotter than that. Right now, it's around, I think, 77-ish, the last I saw. True stories that happened to me. Second round of stories. Someone's going to get hooked up with tickets to check out Monster Jam at the Kia Center on August 2nd. So let's jump right into these. Let's see. How about Alyssa?
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. True story. It happened to me. What happened?
So long story short, a year into dating my boyfriend, we decided to go hiking about an hour and 45 minutes from our house to the Peace Cave. And when you're inside, there's a log you can just sit on and kind of chill. And there's a big hole at the top like a cenote. And I saw this group of people trying to figure out how to get in. So being nice, I go around to the side and I show them all how to get in. I go back in and I'm doing my thing and I walk back over to my boyfriend and I hear this guy say, well, have a good day. And he says his name and I'm like, did you make friends already? He says, no, that's my ex-wife and her new husband.
Oh.
As I'm standing there staring at his ex-wife it was cold. So I had a beanie on that had Japanese writing and then it had the English version of what it said and it said F off.
Oh, I love that.
It was like meant to be. Yeah.
But you did have the perfect attire on for that little run in.
I did.
So did it make the rest of the day
But I'm like,
uncomfortable?
what are the odds? They were on their way out. So I was like, what are the odds that I just let your ex-wife and her husband and whole family in here? And I've never seen her before, so I didn't know.
Yeah, really. That is
interesting.
If you've never seen her, you wouldn't know.
But what are the odds? 2 hours away from our house almost on a random day.
Yeah.
And they happen to be in the same place and I invite them in.
Yeah, I would say the odds of that are pretty low, but it did happen to you.
It's crazy how small the world can be, though.
Yeah, that's true. All right, hang on one second. Let's see, where are we going next? We're going to go with Danny. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, true story. It happened to me.
It's not the longest story, but it's pretty cool. I like to say that I survived being struck by lightning.
What?
Did you actually survive it, or do you just like to say it?
No, yeah, good one. No, I actually survived. I was 11, and it was for my birthday. My dad took me out fishing, and the storm came in really quick. So when we brought the boat in, he was getting the boat on the trailer, and I was just standing there, and I don't remember anything after that. I just remember hearing like crackling noise, and I was in a coma for 3 weeks.
3
No
weeks?
way.
Wow. Yeah.
So did it like hit you directly? Like, I mean, you don't remember obviously, but somebody must have told you.
No, it hit me directly. I was standing like by the boat ramp.
Yeah.
And the buttons on my jeans melted. I had a ring on that melted. Luckily, I didn't have braces yet. My doctor said that those would have melted down my throat, and
Oh my God.
I might not have survived that.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 39 now, so I'm doing fine. The only thing is I have like a little weird static electricity thing. Like,
Oh, still?
I get
You have
shocked a lot.
superpowers.
I shock people.
Wow, you're the shocker.
I am.
So now when there's a lightning storm, do you freak out and you like get inside? You're not going nowhere near it?
Yeah.
I
It's
bet.
really bad. I'll feel like I'll just feel really off.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the static in the air.
Yeah.
So what was
I
the
don't like it, yeah.
what was the recovery process like after you woke up?
It wasn't that bad. I couldn't talk for a while. Like my throat was messed up. Like I said, if I had braces, it would have. Who knows what would have happened? I probably wouldn't have survived that. But it wasn't that bad. I recovered very well, and like I said, I don't remember actually getting like shocked or anything.
Yeah.
But I just remember waking up and having the worst sore throat I've ever had in my life, still to this day. And now I'm scared to death. My kids don't go out, but ironically, I'm still here in lightning capital of the world.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
probably would have
but-
moved.
Yeah.
No, I love it here. So
Hang on one second. That's a great story. It's,
Heck yeah.
Getting struck by lightning, I looked it up. 1 in a million chance.
That's
Oh
insane.
my gosh.
And over your course of your lifetime, it's only a 1 in 15,000 chance, though, because obviously the more years you live,
Yeah.
the more likely it is. But she got it out of the way early when she was 11.
She got out of the way.
So
But for the chance of it happening again, it's still not zero.
she's good. Oh, no, it can happen again, especially
Yeah.
here in Florida. All right, last one real quick. Scarlett, good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
First time caller.
Hey.
Hey.
Scarlett, the first time caller. All right, Nerys is going to get you a first-time caller number, so you can tell us your first-time caller number next time you call in.
It is 5091.
All right, 5091. Thanks for calling, Scarlett. Tell us your true story.
My family has a 67-foot sailing yacht in the British Virgin Islands named True Story.
Oh, so you have a yacht named True Story, and that's a true story.
Yeah. And we leave Friday to meet it in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Sometimes we take it to St. Bart's or St. Martin. We charter it when we don't use it.
Okay, can we come?
Wow.
Can we
Yeah,
broadcast from there?
Yeah, we can bring the whole show.
Sure.
Okay, well, you might want to clear that with your parents first,
Yeah.
but we appreciate the invite. That's pretty awesome.
No. What Scarlett says goes. We'll see you guys there.
That's pretty cool.
That's insane.
She's got a yacht.
I
That's
mean-
60-something foot long, named True Story. I got a boat. It's 21 feet long. We can't fit on it.
I don't have one.
We can do the show on it.
By the way, you live the best life, just so you
Yes,
know.
I know, right?
Like, is this true story or an
Well,
open invitation?
That is pretty awesome. All right. Got to pick a winner for the tickets to Monster Jam. We got Gabriella, who had the wrong ashes delivered to the house. Rebecca, who ran into Dan from O-Town, but didn't know it was Dan from O-Town. We got Danny, who was struck by lightning when she was 11. Scarlett, whose family has a yacht called True Stories, which is pretty cool.
Scarlett can own Monster Jam if she wants
That's true.
to.
They probably have a Monster Jam truck already, too.
Yeah.
And then Alyssa, who ran into her ex and the whole family hiking. So which one do you guys want? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. We'll do it here in the room. What do you say? I'm going with
Lightning.
Ray said
Oh, dang.
out loud. She
I'll
didn't
say
even
it
care.
out loud.
Oh, dang. I said ashes.
Ray said lightning. I say
I-
lightning too, actually.
Okay.
So
I just almost swore that's wild.
that is wild.
She still shocks people.
She still has electricity stuck inside of her. She could be a Spider-Man villain like Jamie Foxx.
Crazy.
Pretty amazing. All right, Daddy, got to get hooked up with the tickets to check out Monster Jam. What you working on in celebrity news? Ray?
Of course, I have to give you an update about Diddy and what's going on this week.
Ooh, I've been out of the loop, so I'm ready
Yes.
for that. All right, coming up in 3 minutes after Sabrina Carpenter on Johnny's House, XL 106.7.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Celebrity News is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. So obviously, we're going into day 7 of the Diddy testimonies that are happening right now. And I'm not going to lie, some of these stories are pretty outlandish or just like wild because they are talking to these male escort dancers or adult workers or, so some of the stories are wild.
So I've been out of the loop a little bit, but I did see a photo that was posted. And you know how they do those stings around here and they line up all the photos of the people? It was like that.
It was of all the male
and it was a line
escorts.
of all of the workers that they have been involved in these freak-offs.
Yes, absolutely. So they released a lot of evidence yesterday, including like the baby oil pictures and the evidence of like who these male escort workers are and everything. But one thing that is going to be happening either today or tomorrow is Kid Cudi is reportedly going to testify. So he's been brought up a lot because Cassie was in a relationship with him. And Diddy found out, and so it got very dangerous. And Cassie even talked about how it got too dangerous and too many things were uncertain. So she ended it with Kid Cudi. She also mentioned how Diddy threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and she claimed that Diddy told her that they would be out of the country when the car blew up. And so that whole thing was brought up. So Kid Cudi is most likely going to testify either today or tomorrow or sometime next week.
Okay.
Another person that testified yesterday was the Punisher.
Stop.
Like the cartoon guy? Like the superhero?
So his name is I actually don't know what his legal name is, but he goes by the Punisher. He's a male escort dancer. And so he has worked for Diddy and Cassie, and he talked about multiple times of being involved with a freak off.
Right.
So he also talked about one of the outlandish stories. He actually wrote a book about erectile dysfunction, and it's called In Search of Freezer Meat.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the Punisher. When I say there are crazy stories that are coming out of the courtroom, there are wild stories. So the Punisher also talked about the kinkiness that happened. He did go into a lot of things where he is just like a very entertaining character.
His name is Sheree Hayes.
Sheree Hayes.
That's his government name, but he's professionally known as the Punisher.
All right.
So another person that they spoke to was Diddy's former assistant, which was David James. And they were talking about some of the drugs that Diddy was taking at the time. Some of them were in the shape of Barack Obama's face.
I saw that too.
So,
it was like a little ecstasy pill that had a stamp of Barack Obama
Obama's
on it.
face on it.
Why do people have time for this?
It looked like old school Flintstone vitamins where you got like Fred and Barney.
But it was Obama.
But it was Barack Obama.
Yeah.
See? Thanks, Obama.
I just can't. But the guy that actually used to work for Diddy, he actually confirmed a lot of the stories that Cassie was talking about. So that was like a big thing for the prosecution. But they were talking about how Diddy grabbed his guns, hopped in the car, and searched for Suge Knight that time, that they said that it was in the middle of a freak off and Suge Knight was right around the corner. Another powerful testimony that happened yesterday was Cassie's mother, Regina. Regina told the jury about an email she got from Cassie related to an extortion threat from Diddy.
I saw
so
this.
Diddy was obviously sending her these extortion messages saying like, I'm going to release these tapes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, it was basically blackmail.
It's a lot of the same stuff you heard about the Playboy Mansion type stuff.
Absolutely.
There's a bunch of stuff on video nobody wanted out. So
Yes.
they were willing to be complicit because they didn't want to have their stuff in the ether.
Yes. And so Regina, who is Cassie's mother, was talking about how Cassie paid like $20,000 for him to not release these blackmail videos and everything like that. So the end of the day, there was an agent from Homeland Security Investigations. He was part of the raid at the Miami home.
Okay. Oh.
So he was talking about some of the things that he found. And obviously they had so many different agents because that was a massive house. There was 80 to 90 agents that were involved in that raid. The house was 20,000 square
that's
feet.
the big Star Island house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they found AR-15 rifles, which were loaded with bullets. They had serial numbers that were scratched off of them.
Of course.
Also, the feds found a lot of adult toys, a lot of baby oil, a lot of lubricant, a lot of, things. So a lot of this evidence is being put out there. So
the sex tape that you were talking about where Cassie's mom was talking about it.
Yeah.
That was a sex tape with Kid Cudi, wasn't it?
With Kid Cudi.
That's insane. I didn't even, how do you get that footage? How did that even happen?
I mean, everything's recorded at the house, I guess.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, but the fact that Regina said that Diddy demanded $20,000 for her, and
Didn't she pull out a loan for that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
she asked, she had taken out a loan, and Regina answered for the safety of her daughter. She did take out a loan to pay Diddy off so he didn't release some of this stuff.
Look, I know I'm not like very high on the freak scale. I'm actually very low on the freak scale. I probably don't even register on the freak scale. But if a freak off is going on and they say bring in the Punisher, I'm out.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm out. Like, I'm not sticking around to see what the Punisher's all about. Sorry.
How did you get your name? I don't want to know.
The Punisher's coming in.
Right.
I'm out.
Right. I'm out.
See ya.
Can't do it.
But the defense had no cross-examination questions for Regina, which was Cassie's mother, so they wanted to move forward. So that kind of has like a big statement right there.
They probably, because the optics would be so bad.
Yes.
If you're attacking Cassie's mother, that would be terrible optics.
So a lot of things are coming out. Like I said, this is day 7. Kid Cudi supposed to testify. It's wild to me.
Yeah.
And there's so much information that's coming out, and I'm trying to hit the big notes,
Right.
and the big things that are coming out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be pretty good.
Wondering how many more supervillains are going to come out. Got the Punisher. Thanos going to be next.
I don't know.
That's crazy to me.
It's scary, but I do feel like the prosecution is gearing more towards the racketeering charge.
Yeah.
Because right now we already know that there's domestic violence. We already know
Right.
that there was a lot of like crazy sexual advances.
And kidnapping is easy, honestly. If you ever give anyone the feeling they can't leave, for the threat of violence, then that kidnapping's done.
Yeah.
So that'll be easy too. Wow, it's crazy. Well, we'll keep you updated with today's events tomorrow during Celebrity News. We got Weird But True coming up in 3 minutes on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning. It is 8:10. It is going to be hot today, 92 for your high, around 77 right now. Got some weird stories that are also true. I'm not real big into the extreme, like sports and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool, but whatever. I'm not like a risk taker. I did skydive once, but never again. Once I did it the first time, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. But if you do love taking risks and you like some cool Instagram stuff, there's a vacation spot that's in China. And it allows you to get on a bed that is situated on the edge of a cliff that's 320 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
No.
We talked about this a little bit because they were saying that you could be like, what, 17 or 14 to do it.
It's the cliff bed experience. It launched to help people disconnect from the world and soak in nature, they said.
Yeah.
So it's wooden slats, a small double air mattress, a duvet, and a pillow.
What was the price for it to do it?
This one doesn't have a price on it.
I saw it was like $35 or something. It was like so cheap.
$35?
Yeah. It was so cheap to do it.
I would feel way more comfortable if it was like $3,500. Because then I feel like at least you put some effort into it. $35, that sounds like some dudes in the neighborhood.
How much are you willing to pay to risk your life?
Got an IKEA bed, which they may have put together wrong and just hung it up on the mountain. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not my thing. Well, you know, we love to be number one at stuff in the United States, and we just claimed the crown. We are the number one country for generating spam emails.
Let's go.
57% of spam emails in the world come from the United States.
I'm not surprised.
Amazing.
They said that they analyzed 1.45 billion emails focused on the geolocation of the IP address and found out that we are number one in sending out spam emails. Congratulations.
What can't we do?
Congratulations.
Can't do anything right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Spam emails. They send us fake spam emails to work
Oh
to try
my-
to catch us.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm afraid to click on stuff. There was did you guys get the one for a free scale?
No.
That comes with our health insurance, like a free scale that analyzes your BMI and all that stuff.
What?
Yes, I was afraid to click on
And
it.
that was a phishing?
I don't know. I was afraid to click on it. So our company sends out fake phishing emails to see if any of us will bite on it. And I've never bitten on one. I think, Narish, you did.
You did.
I did once.
It
Yes.
was like the first month you were here.
Yeah, when you first got here. So I don't click on anything. But then I got this thing that says it's like part of our free healthcare that we, there's certain things we get, like we get some mental health type stuff, and we get some monitoring type stuff. And it said you get a free scale that you could test all your vitals and everything, but you had to click on a link. And I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah. What? Once it has funky letters or whatever, dot.
It looked legit. I'm just afraid to do it because I don't know what's spam and what's not.
Why didn't I get that? I would have clicked it.
It's getting really serious though, because the text messages are even starting to confuse me. I got one the other day that was like, "Oh, you got to renew your toll or your license plate," and I was like,
Is
"What?
it your birthday? It's your birthday.
It's my mom's. I take care of hers." So I was like,
that one might be true then.
Yeah,
The toll one is definitely not true.
I
but
did take care of it, but they keep coming in, and I was like, "Can you stop? Leave me alone."
Yeah, the toll one, that's not true, but the license plate one, that could be true.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. Well, we're number one in spam emails. Congratulations, everybody.
Great.
I got something really cool that I bought for myself for my birthday.
Okay.
And I can't stop playing with it. I bought myself meta glasses.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you guys all about them because I'm so excited.
Yes.
Next on Johnny's house. Gracie Abrams on Orlando's #1 hit music station, XL 1067. It is Johnny's house on a Wednesday morning, 8:44. It's going to be 92 for your high today. And right now it feels like it's around 80 outside. It is a national day. What is it, Ray?
It is National Waitstaff Day.
So we want to hear from some members of the wait staff out there. Find out if you do some of the things in this survey or if you got any crazy stories. Going to hook somebody up with tickets to check out Avril Lavigne Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 20th. Let's see here. XL, good morning. Who's this?
This is Brittany.
Brittany, you're a member of a wait staff?
Oh, I definitely have been for a few years. I remember working in Texas at a Cajun restaurant, Cajun Seafood. And like what you said, we were complete vultures when food came back and it was not eaten. Because some of us work 2 shifts, like double shifts. So we end up not eating anything all day.
So you would eat stuff off the plate, even if somebody else had already eaten a little bit of it?
No, okay, listen, if they ate it, we would not eat it. If it was returned because it wasn't up to par, we would definitely go at it.
Gotcha. Did you do Ray's trick where you
seafood
put stuff in the wrong on purpose and then you just get to eat it?
Of course, that's a rite of passage.
See?
Okay.
Did any of those other questions relate to you?
Go ahead and ask me one.
Going in hungover.
I did that quite frequently.
Yes.
I had... that was like the only time I got to drink was after work anyway. So then you're going another shift the next day. So you got to make do with what you got.
Have you ever retaliated against a rude customer?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I may have accidentally spilled a drink on somebody.
Oh, I love
I will not say if it is retaliation or not, but may have.
A little bit.
Okay. All right. I like your style. Well, hang on 1 second. I'm going to hook up somebody with tickets to see Avril Lavigne. Let's see. Let's go to line 2. Daniela, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right. It is National Waitstaff Day. Have you been a member of a waitstaff or you are now?
Yeah, so I used to be a bartender, and I was in cahoots with one of the line cooks. And he would tell me that if I would secretly pour him rum and Coke in a cup, a styrofoam cup, then he would make me a meal. So I would do that every shift. And thankfully we never got caught. So
So you were giving away free drinks for some free food.
basically, yeah. I saw at the time it was a fair exchange.
Yeah. No, I mean,
yeah.
You got to do what you got to do. I think that's fine.
Seriously.
I got no problem with that at all.
Seriously.
All right, hang on 1 second. Let's see what you got over there. Anything, Ray, on Facebook?
Let's see here. We do have people that were part of a wait staff for a long time, and yes, eating off of other people's plates. They have done that before. Going into the bathroom just to take a break was a given, or pretending like you're going to take a smoke break when you don't even smoke.
Yeah. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they worked at a place that was like a self-service place. So most of the food was already done. So they would definitely take chicken tenders out the warming box.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a few other people that said the same thing. They said, I would tell people I'm on a smoke break, even though I didn't smoke, just so I could go outside because everybody gets to smoke.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Who you want to hook up with these tickets? We got they both pretty much confirmed what we said. One would trade drinks for food, and one would do what Ray did and bring in food that wasn't really bought.
Yeah.
So they could eat it. Who you want to hook up? Brittany or Daniela?
Daniela.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. We'll hook up Daniela with tickets to check out Avril Lavigne at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 20th. Ray, what you working on in celebrity news?
There's actually this show on Netflix that's breaking records right now, and Johnny just talked about it the other day.
All right, we will hear all about it after the weekend and Ariana Grande. It's Die For You. It's Wednesday morning. It's Johnny's house on XL 1067.
Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station.
Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Money. That's money.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right. Thank you, Nerys, for just showing me that. So while you were gone, Brian, do you remember Chris Brown got arrested for the fight over in UK?
Yes.
He was denied bail.
Right, I saw
So he was probably going to miss some of his tour dates that he was kicking off. And so now it just has been released that he has been released on a $6.7 million bail.
Okay.
After the hearing Wednesday, which was yesterday. Or
no, they're ahead of us.
They're ahead of us. So after today's hearing.
So this morning,
that's why it just came out.
I was reading up on it because I do some hip hop stuff for their national, and it was saying he was still in, but he was going to request today. So he got out.
There you go.
Okay,
so
good.
he's now technically free from UK and Ireland and to kind of like resume his tour. And so what they're saying is that this was like so nerve-wracking because obviously he's supposed to kick off that tour, but $6.7 million in bail payment had been received. And so there you go. He
That's
has
a
been
lot. Insane.
Yeah. That is a lot.
That's a lot of money.
It's
man.
a lot of money.
It's like, is there any other greater bail money than that? 'Cause I'm like, that's jaw dropping.
He's not. I mean, obviously, he's not going to skip bail. It's $6 million
for sure.
Yeah. So there you go. Breaking
on you
news.
to be able to afford that.
That is new because, like I said this morning, he was
that's what I was like
requesting
on
today.
Wednesday. That's today.
Yeah,
So-
but they're ahead of us. So
Yeah.
it's in the
Anyways.
future.
Anyways, this show that Johnny was talking about was American Manhunt Osama bin Laden. That's a thing that's on Netflix now.
Okay.
And it premiered just last week. So what they're saying is that it has now been surpassed as the most watched series on Netflix during that week of May, which is like weird that they look at weeks each year.
Right,
But 12.6 million views in 5 days. So there's a lot of people that are talking about this documentary and how it's like a very dark docuseries about Osama bin Laden. So that is a big thing that Johnny was mentioning the other day. So if you want to see it, the reviews are doing pretty well.
Nice. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. Also, Harvey Weinstein is still buckling down on the fact that he's innocent. He's an innocent man, wrongly convicted of all of these sexual crimes. And he's going after 3 of his celebrity accusers, including Gwyneth Paltrow.
Really?
So right now he's talking about he sat for his first on-camera discussion with a podcaster. Guess who it was? Candace Owens.
Oh, geez.
And so he sat with her and he was talking about how he is not pulling any more punches and he's slamming Gwyneth Paltrow, Ashley Judd, and Rose McGowan. So he's kind of going after those 3. And this interview that is supposed to be like released, the whole thing, he's talking about how he's just kind of overturning all these crimes or these accusations because he's saying that he did not commit these crimes and swears by it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. So it's so weird because if you look at old clips of Hollywood, everyone thinks Harvey Weinstein. Like Oprah said how great he is. All of those
Absolutely.
actresses have at some point thanked him for everything. So I guess for him, it's like, look, how y'all do all that. And then you turn around and you once one person tells, then everyone tells. But I mean, there's no way that there's not truth to those stories.
Yeah. So, and he's also just talking about how Rose McGowan, he's spilling the beans. He's settled with her for like over $100,000 over these allegations. And so now he's just kind of like bringing up those things.
Yeah.
That he was like, I already settled with her. And
yeah.
But also reddit.com came out with a list of movies if you're in need of a good cry.
Okay.
I know, Brian, you like to have a good cry every now and then in your car.
I
on your
cry
truck.
all the time. Yeah. It's good for you.
Yeah. So, and I saw this list and I was like, this is so good. So reddit.com, they're talking about the most emotionally driven movies.
Titanic.
I don't see that on here.
Yeah.
I don't see top 10. I don't
Even
see top
I
10.
didn't cry at that one. I mean, you know what's happening. The boat's going down.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an older movie, but I could see that.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I never saw that.
Talking about puppies, bro.
Up. Have you seen Up?
I've not seen Up.
Oh my
so
God.
good.
That
Yeah.
movie, I'm telling you, I can watch it 75,000 times and I will cry.
Yeah, I've heard it makes you cry. But I've never seen it.
The Land Before Time.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Coco.
I've not watched
That's a
Coco.
good one.
My
Yeah.
wife won't watch it because she knows she's going to cry.
Yes.
That's why she won't watch
So
it.
I'm like, these are some of the top movies. If you want to see it, reddit.com released this list. And I'm like, if you need a good cry, there you go.
The worst one ever is there's a movie called My Life. If you want to
Oh.
cry, watch that movie.
My Life.
Really?
Michael Keaton is in it, and he finds out what his wife is pregnant, that he also is terminal and is not going to make it to the baby being born.
Oh, dear
Jeez.
God.
And so he spends the rest of the time videoing things for his son or daughter to learn about
I'm already
himself.
crying, bro. Now I have the chills.
And so, because he doesn't want to not be there for all of these big things.
Yeah.
So he
Oh
like
my God.
everything about his life he starts videoing. So that when the baby is born, it will have some sort of memory or advice or things from its father, since he won't be there.
No.
You want to cry? Watch that. Fox and a Hound.
No, I'm telling you, Coco and Up. Oh!
Up.
My Life. Watch that one.
right.
You'll see. All right, gonna find out what's trending in the world from Nerese. We'll do that in just a few minutes. Billie Eilish, next at 106.7's Johnny House on a Wednesday morning.
Things fall apart and time breaks your heart. I wasn't there, but I know she was your girl. You showed her the world. We fell out of love and you both let go. She was crying on my shoulder. All I could do was hold her. Only made us closer until July. Now I know that you love me. You don't need to remind me. I should put it all behind me, shouldn't I? But I see her in the back of my mind all the time. Like a fever, like I'm burning alive, like a sun. Did I cross the line? Well, good things don't last, and life moves so fast. I'd never ask who is better, 'cause she couldn't be more different from me. Happy and free in leather. And I know that you love me. You don't need to remind me. Put it all behind me. Baby, I can see her in the back of my mind all the time. Feels like a fever, like I'm burning alive, like a sign. Did I cross the And I wonder, do you see her in the back of your mind, in my eyes? body touch me, I just wonder how she felt. Valentine's Day, crying in the hotel. I know you didn't mean to hurt me, so I kept it to myself.
I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. If you can't be right here. Oh, if you can't be right here, I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love. It's been difficult for me to trust, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna get up. Ain't no way that I can leave you stranded, cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay.
Hey, everybody. Through the magic of radio, the show is technically over because Ray had to leave early to go see her kid graduate. So if you'd like to hear the rest of the show, I would flip to the iHeartRadio app. That's what I would do. It's new content. It's just recorded. So Ray can get out of here and go see her kid graduate. So it's new stuff. It's just not going to be live in the studio. And I need to use the studio to do actual work. So yeah, when someone's got to leave early, we don't want to play old stuff. So we'd rather just record it ahead. So we did record new stuff. It's just not going to come out of this studio because I already recorded it and put it in. That way I can do my work. So it's radio magic. Bad timing with Johnny being out, with me being gone, I guess. But I guess the girls had fun yesterday, which is good. Hopefully I didn't mess up their harmonious vibe that they had today by being back. I know I'm not that great at this. Yeah, it's just a different vibe. It's much easier the more people that are here, actually, the easier it is to be more fun and less worried about the technical stuff. So all right. I am going to sign us out of here now, but you could, like I said, check out the iHeartRadio app to listen to the rest of the show. Peace out.